Hey everyone, welcome. So today we're going to talk about something that might sound a little backwards at first. We're going to dive into the hidden price we pay for making life too simple. Yeah, we're talking about the cognitive cost of simplicity.
So let's just jump right in. I want to start with a question for you, something to really think about. What if that easy life, the one we're all told we should want, what if that's not what your brain is actually craving?
Now look, this desire for things to be easy, it's totally natural. It's baked right into our DNA. We are wired to find the path of least resistance. It's an old survival instinct, really, all about saving up our energy for when we really need it. And boy, has our modern world leaned into that instinct. I mean, just look around. We're surrounded by promises of ease, life hacks, automation for everything, efficiency tools, that magical one-click convenience. It feels like our whole society is built to get rid of any and all friction. So the goal, whether we say it out loud or not, often becomes this idea of having a perfectly frictionless day. You know the one. A day where everything just flows. No hiccups, no challenges. It sounds kind of like heaven, doesn't it? But is it?
And this is where we run into what we can call the simplicity paradox. We expect that an easy life will bring us all this calm, this deep satisfaction and relaxation. But the reality? Well, the reality is often boredom, apathy, that weird, jittery feeling of restlessness. Sound familiar?
There's actually a psychological term for this exact feeling. It's called cognitive underload. It's basically a state where your brain is just starved. It's not getting enough stimulation, it's not being challenged, and that leads to your performance dropping and that nagging feeling of just being adrift. Okay, so if a totally frictionless, easy life isn't the answer, then what is? What is our brain actually hungry for? Maybe we need to stop thinking about our brain as something we need to keep calm and quiet and start thinking of it as something that needs to be fed. You've probably heard this saying before, but it is just so spot on here. The brain is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. Simple as that. It needs a workout. It needs some resistance to stay strong and healthy. If it doesn't get one, it starts to get, well, flabby. And here's the really cool part. It's not just about solving the problem. Our brains actually thrive on the anticipation of a challenge. That little buzz of excitement you get right before you dig into something tricky, that's your brain getting a hit of dopamine, getting all fired up and motivated for what's coming.
And you can literally see this happening. Take a look at this chart. It's showing activity in the prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of our brain. When we're doing something boring or mundane, pretty quiet in there. But give the brain an engaging task, it just lights up. It comes alive when it has a good problem to chew on.
And this whole process is tied to this incredible superpower our brains have called neuroplasticity. It's this amazing ability to actually rewire itself, to form new connections. So every time you learn something new or tackle a problem you haven't seen before, you are literally physically reshaping your brain for the better. So let's be really clear here. The point isn't to go out and make your life miserable or unnecessarily difficult. Not at all. The goal is to find what you might call good difficulty. It's all about finding that healthy, engaging sweet spot. And there's a perfect term for this, coined by the psychologist Robert A. Bjork. He called them desirable difficulties. And they're exactly what they sound like. Challenges that are tough enough to make you work for it, but are totally achievable. That's the zone where real, deep learning and satisfaction happens. And the best part is you can sprinkle these into your life in really simple ways. I mean, look at these ideas. You can start super small, like learning one new word a day. You could embrace a little inefficiency, knead bread by hand instead of using a machine, do a puzzle. Even just taking a different route to work can do the trick. These little things are brain food. You know, all of this reminds me of this fantastic quote from Theodore Roosevelt. He said, "The best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing." And that just nails it, right? The real prize isn't a life of ease. It's the chance to put our effort into something that actually means something to us. So to wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to carry with you. What's one good difficulty, just one, that you can add to your life this week? Finding the answer might be the very thing your brain has been waiting for.